used to this concept of impulse gratification. We can see something online, we can just order it in no time.
Because you wanted that one thing, and now it's bombarding you with all these that same thing that you wanted, and you will, even if initially you had some self-control, you're going to end up buying something out of the impulse.
I feel that impulse buying as such started because of fast fashion, and once it started in the market, I think it started with clothes, right? To be honest,
We are like, before buying that for the first time, we didn't have a need for it. But after using it once, we are like, oh, this is very good now. This should be a part of my routine or.
Welcome to another episode of SquareTable Conversations, where we talk about topics that matter and give you our take on the topic. And today we're going to talk about the psychology of impulse buys and the effects of it.
These days, I feel it's very easy for us to get anything. We think about something and we'll get it in 10 minutes, or like in 2 days. It's very simple, and the amount of information we get about a product is also a lot, and that is the reason we end up purchasing a lot more than what we need. Like if you see our wardrobes these days compared to a few years back, I feel we have so many things that are not even necessary, that we don't even use on a daily basis, or it. So I feel this has happened because we're used to this concept of impulse gratification. We can see something online, we can just order it in no time. Before, we had to actually, there was a process for it. We used to set a date, go to a shop, try it, choose the best one, and then purchase it. Now we have the option, you purchase something, you can return it in some time. So you feel that it's much more easier for you to purchase something. So that is what I have felt. What other circumstances have you felt there is impulse purchase exists?
I think the moment we think of something, the technology is improved to such an extent that they grasp what we're thinking of almost. And the minute we even discuss something, the minute we just even maybe we text something to someone and say, I'm thinking of buying this, or I want to buy this, something. You will see reels related to that next when you open Insta. You will see ads related to that when you open YouTube. So it's grown to such an extent that they really make use of this one want that you have. And the minute you see, and if you just see a reel and you react to it, or you send that to someone, it'll take that as engagement, and it'll start recommending so many reels related to that, or ads related to that. And eventually you'll end up buying something because you wanted that one thing, and now it's bombarding you with all these that same thing that you wanted, and you will, even if initially you had some self-control, you're going to end up buying something out of the impulse. So they're really making use of the whole psychology behind this thing. They know that you will end up buying something over time. So yeah, I feel like they're really making use of this in the best way possible for the business.
you're persuading you to buy what you don't want
Yeah.
initially. Okay, yeah, true.
And I think even if we don't, even if we buy something out of curiosity, maybe we just saw some ad or someone else using it and then we bought it. And then sometimes we get addicted to that. We are like, before buying that for the first time, we didn't have a need for it. But after using it once, we are like, oh, this is very good now. This should be a part of my routine or something. And we start repurchasing it. So that's also one thing, right? That is if the quality is really good. So that's also one thing. The repurchase. And once we purchase it, there's another phase to it, that once we purchase it, that we, even if we don't want to purchase it again, we get ads about it. Like anything, like if you
For repeat orders.
yeah, for repeat orders. Maybe if you buy a deodorant or something, then you use it once and then you're like, okay, it's average, it's fine. But you get ads of the same thing on your YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. Then you'll be like, okay, let me buy it again.
Yeah, so basically, like she said, companies and manufacturers are using
Data.
so well that they know, or they have curated it so well according to each person's needs. And accordingly, you get suggestions, recommendations from them, even if it is unnecessary for you. They'll give you recommendations. I personally feel that impulse buying as such started because of fast fashion. And once it started in the market, I think it started with clothes, right, to be honest. And we know that the fashion industry is like a very, very fast moving industry. Let's say the clothes that is here in trend is not there the very next a few months later. There are winter collections, summer collections, keeps changing. You cannot have the same collections throughout the year. But back then that wasn't the case. Because I think back then or previous generations, we had this policy of handing down of clothes and handing down of your items that you've used. So even if you didn't want it to be a trend, it was passed on to your siblings, your younger ones, and it used to carry on for the rest of the few years or whatever. But then because of fast fashion, people started getting drawn to it so much that they could afford it as well as buy all these new and let's say trendy materials or clothes or whatever products. And accordingly, I think that's when the impulse buying started. Instant gratification, like you said, all of this started only because of that. Until then, I don't think anybody were so keen on or focused on their fashion sense also, and buying of unnecessary things. It was only until it's like very necessary, you don't end up buying it. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I feel.
Like you said before, I feel we used to purchase clothes only during festivals. That was the thing. Now it is according to season and plus any time you want.
Yeah.
People, I see, like, there are a lot of influencers who post reels and everything. The main comment will be link to the dress. That would be the main comment.
Yeah, this is
that
what
I've
I'm wearing
seen.
today. If you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, they give you those discount offers as well.
Exactly.
You
And
use
they
my
also
offer
do
code.
this OOTD, and then they describe each part of their clothing, and then people will start asking link to this, link to that, and people will end up buying that. So,
I mean, a lot of the celebrities also do that, no, from their own pages. Like, I don't know. They sell their own, like, their choice of clothes, all of that. Yeah, that's also there.
And as you said, like, availability is there. That's why we are buying it according to season, or even whether we need it or not.
Correct.
And what I've seen these days is in ads, they show you can get the complete look in just 1,000 rupees.
Okay.
And
Recreate the look.
yeah, wear it in different combinations, wear it with different things.
Yeah.
And you can get the dress, the watch, the shoes, everything in 1,000 rupees. In maybe like when there are festival
It's become more
seasons or-
affordable to copy the trend also.
It has become more affordable, and no one actually looks at the quality while buying it, because they're like, oh,
true.
the whole thing for 1,000 rupees, let me just buy it,
Yeah.
wear it for like 2-3 times and then waste it.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think even sustainability will become a big thing, because there are not many brands that are recycling and then making something.
Yeah.
All the brands are just making new things, as far as I know, at least. So
Yeah.
they are making new things, and I don't know how many are conscious. Very few are conscious about recycling, or whether like they can recycle it and make anything else, like maybe bags or dresses again or something, doormats, anything. But very few are doing it, and those few are not getting recognized also. And even if I recently went to a mall and I saw a store there, I don't remember the name of the store, but they were selling recycled clothes, and the recycled clothes were very expensive,
Yeah.
very expensive. But like,
Now tell it to an Indian to pay more to buy a recycled thing.
one. Yeah.
There is no way anybody is gonna
Yeah.
end up spending so much.
The quality was very good, but they were recycled. Also, there are other challenges, like maybe they cannot make many colors with the recycled ones. Or
The
something.
problem is sustainable things have become very expensive. these days.
Very expensive.
Even for that, even let's say organic products, again expensive. So people are like, it's fine, one life, no, eat whatever,
Where
die soon,
everything.
who cares? It's okay.
I think it's also like a like a matter of like disposable income. People can afford to buy a lot of things. People can afford to like hoard their house with things. So there's this one thing which I remember my parents telling me this, that when they were kids, like you guys said, they used to buy only one set for one festival. Like if it was Diwali, they got a new pair of clothes. If it was their birthday, they would get it, and so on. So it was also because the families could only afford like the salary that the people were getting, and the cost of, I'm just taking an example of clothes here, the cost of clothes was in such a way that they couldn't afford to keep buying so many pairs for the amount of salary that they were making. And this is I'm just talking from like maybe like a middle class point of view or something, and that was the economic situation of many families back then. They couldn't afford to keep buying something, so there's no concept of impulse buying. But today, if you see, everybody can afford something basic as clothes. It's become so affordable that people can keep buying so many things. So I think that is also a factor which leads to, again, impulse buying or instant gratification.
I mean, it's because of economies of scale that it's become more affordable. More people buy it, it becomes more cheaper.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it's just the only thing that is getting negatively impacted is maybe like the environment.
Factor of sustainability.
Yeah.
I think that is with fashion, but I feel sometimes even with these expensive goods, people have become this thing to instant gratification, like buying stuff on EMI just so that they want it now, even though they can wait, they can save up money and then purchase it. They just want to purchase it now so that that's the thing that is trending. They want to be with the trend.